Yo, this gaming year has had some spectacular big name games and some spectacular big name duds. Thankfully, there's always games that don't get the hype that they deserve. I'm going to take a look at 5 games that I feel have kind of been overlooked or at least not mentioned as much when speaking to fellow gamers. So without further ado, let's take a quick look at what I consider the 5 most underrated games of 2017.
Number 5.
Yo, Gravity Rush 2 is a sequel to a hidden gem debuted on the PlayStation Vita. With its anime sensibility, Gravity Rush 2 has a unique gravity-defying combat style that lets you fly, flip and hurdle yourself and other objects at your foes. It looks to be one of those games that once you master the controls, that the combat will look super simplistic and intense. I kind of see this as a just play it and don't think too hard about the confusing story game, and you will enjoy this game. Whilst maybe not everyone's cup of tea, I do feel that Gravity Rush 2 is one of those games that has been heavily overlooked throughout 2017, and certainly one I feel is worthy of giving a go if you've never played the franchise before.
Number 4.
As someone who prides himself on sniping on every map of a Call of Duty, Battlefield or any type of shooting multiplayer game, this franchise should be right up my alley. This edition of Super Sniper Nazi takes sniping to a whole new level with its iconic and brutal X-ray kill cam. The sniping mechanics are much more realistic in that they account for wind, elevation, bullet drop and all of that good stuff. No worries if you aren't good at these type of things though, the difficulty level helps you and you'll stealthy your way through this open world headshot fest. I actually never played any of the Sniper Elite games before, but once I saw this game on sale on the PlayStation Store, I gave it a shot and was pretty impressed, and therefore leads me to placing this on the underrated list of 2017 because I don't really hear that much people talking about it.
Number 3.
The Escapist 2 is an excellent puzzle-based RPG that puts you in the shoes of a criminal trying to figure out how to escape around 10 different prisons. This go around, there are more items you can craft, more cute characters to customize, more RPG elements and deeper puzzles to crack as you find new ways to escape each prison. With improved pixel art, local and online multiplayer, The Escapist 2 is a nice departure from the spray and pray antics we all tend to play more often than not. Visually, some people might consider this game as a pixelated trash, but believe me, I've been hooked on this game even since the first entry of the Escapist game, and with the variety of ways you can escape each prison, makes the replayability so enjoyable and certainly a game I feel gamers should at least give an opportunity to.
Number 2.
This breathtaking and massive open world pushes the trademark of Assassin's Creed franchise to the level of current gen to where you would expect it to be. If you want a game to get lost and immersed in, this is certainly that game. With an amazing atmosphere including fantastic sound, music, graphics and combat, this game will have you wanting to travel to Egypt in on time flat. With war chariots, taming animals to fly with you, and a new combat system to stand apart from past games in the franchise, Origins is a great overlooked game to lose yourself in. Certainly one of those games which has kind of come out recently. Some people have bought it and some people are probably still holding out for it, but I still feel that this is definitely a great Assassin's Creed entry, and whilst I must admit that we have been bombarded with Assassin's Creed games over the years, this is one still worth picking up.
Number 1.
It is rare to find a game that pulls together different genres of gaming together so well. Nier Automata is a hybrid of action, RPG, shooter, text-based games and a bunch of other things. Think the core of Bayonetta combat along with a host of mini-games brilliantly posted together in a core JRPG kind of way. As a cybernetic badass, this game is fast-paced and keeps the fun coming as you always feel like you're getting stronger, all within the modest difficulty game that has about 5 different endings. Tack on one of the best soundtracks on the market and you have a game that Platinum Games should be very proud of, and a game that if you're a PlayStation 4 owner you should certainly be picking this game up. Anyway peeps, I hope you enjoyed my list of 5 games that I deem to be a little bit underrated in 2017. I'm not saying that no one owns these games, and even the critics have really highly rated these games, but I just think these are the games that not many people do speak about. I was going to add games like Uncharted The Lost Legacy, which is one of those games that I feel not many people have either spoken about or have picked up, and even games like Yakuza 0, which is a game that I always feel is overlooked. Persona 5, which is another game that even though it's well respected and has great review scores across the board, not many people do have this particular conversation about Persona 5, and even people that I've personally spoke to haven't bought those games. As I placed both Yakuza 0 and Persona 5 on my Game of the Year list, I decided to mention 5 other games that certainly deserve a mention too, but those games are great games that I feel you should be grabbing when you get the chance. Anyway peeps, if you enjoyed this countdown video, do hit the like button, and also what games are games you feel was underrated in the year 2017. Until next urban gameplay video, we're definitely gonna say peace out peeps.
Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more cool urban gameplay videos.